and welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading, but for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every single day. And if you're looking for daily short tarot readings, check out my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. If you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer it through my website, innercircleguidance.com. Let's find out what the circle needs to know today. We have the Five of Pentacles that fell out of the deck, the Page of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Tower. We have the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. This is weird because this is very much like I'm picking up on this is an energy of the past. And I'm not quite sure why this is being brought up. The Five of Pentacles, well, first off, altogether I'm seeing that there's some truth about an ending here that either you have just realized or you're possibly going to be realizing, or something that happened that's allowed you to step more into your truth. But I'm seeing here with the Five of Pentacles that there was some sort of ending. You were left disappointed. Maybe you felt abandoned or left out in the cold or ignored in some way, hurt in some way. And I'm seeing that with the Page of Swords. Now this could be your energy or this could be somebody else involved in this situation. But the Page of Swords is coming across to me as somebody who's keeping tabs or may have found some sort of information on social media or through a friend or a member of the family regarding this situation. And I'm seeing that there's certain things about this situation that you look back on and it's almost like you realize there was no winner, really. Like, even if you were in the right, or even if you were able to get out of the situation in a way that you didn't necessarily lose more than the other person or the other people in the situation, everybody ended up being disappointed. And it was one of those situations where there was really no winner because nobody left the situation happy. It was more of everyone just sort of stopped fighting or stopped arguing or whatever because there was no end in sight. And so the only way to move forward was to leave the situation. And I'm seeing here with this Eight of Cups that it set you on a path of self-discovery. It set you on a path of trying to be more authentic, being more independent, being more comfortable in your own skin. And it was a very uncomfortable change. It was a lot of spiritual awakening at one time. It was a lot of changes at one time. And it was a very difficult situation for you, but it ended up paying out positively because these were all changes that needed to happen. And I'm hearing that you likely broke some major cycles due to this situation because you learned from the situation and you made different choices than you did in the past in regards to similar situations. So let's just get a couple more cards here and find out more about what this is about. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Lovers that fell out from the deck. We have the King of Wands. We have the Page of Wands. We have Justice. And the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So I'm seeing here that this situation changed the way that you view decisions and view relationships, and what you are and aren't willing to fight for, and I guess drawing the line with your boundaries, and also realizing that in certain situations, leaving is the best decision rather than fighting it out. I'm hearing that you might have had some unrealistic expectations of relationships, or unrealistic expectations of your partner, or unrealistic expectations of yourself in terms of relationships, in the sense that you're starting to realize that love isn't enough to sustain a relationship. There has to be equal respect, and there has to be reciprocity and balance in the relationship. I'm also hearing that you're realizing that there's certain things that you shouldn't have to argue over, such as your self-worth or your value in relationships. If somebody doesn't value that, you're realizing that you can't make them value it. It's either they value it or they don't. It doesn't matter how many conversations you have or what you say or do. Ultimately, it's going to come down to how the other person perceives the situation and whether or not they want to make it a priority or make you a priority. And I'm seeing that you're no longer fighting for those things. I'm also seeing with this 8 of Swords that there's certain blindfolds that are coming off. You're realizing that the way that people show up or don't show up in your life is more important than the role they're supposed to play in your life, or how long you've known them, or what kind of relationship you're meant to have. And you're realizing that some of these preconceived notions were not serving you. And so you've gained a lot of clarity and a lot of truth from this situation, and it's balanced the scales. It's brought in karma that's positive into your life to rebalance things for you, and you're starting to head in a different direction where you're going to find a lot more happiness. And I'm seeing with this King of Wands that you're not allowing your passion for somebody or something or a relationship to rule everything anymore. You're understanding that just because you care about somebody doesn't mean that they're going to treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. And so the King of Wands is an energy of somebody who's very focused. They're very fiery and passionate, but they're balanced in the decisions that they make with that. And the King of Wands is somebody who's spontaneous. They can often just like totally switch directions whenever it's needed, but it's always in a focused way. Whereas the Queen of Wands can sometimes get a little lost in changing directions too often that the consistency is gone. The King of Wands doesn't have that problem, because the King of Wands is somebody who's already mastered that and mastered their passions and understands how to bring their passions and their love and their emotions into things without allowing that to just take over all their decision making, or to be the only voice and like forget logic and reason. And so I'm seeing that with the Page of Wands, you're setting out on a different journey here, and you may not be exactly sure yet how to achieve this new idea that you're birthing, but you're in the process of moving forward, which is going to start that momentum to get things cascading and starting in the first place. And so overall, this is a very good reading. I'm seeing that largely this was like a huge awakening moment for you. It was something that needed to happen in order for things to move forward in the way that you really want. And you are coming into more alignment because of it. Be grateful for this situation and continue to move forward in this way where you're taking a balanced approach and you're giving emotion to the things that deserve it and the people that deserve it, but not allowing that to rule everything, and not also allowing only your logic to rule things. And so this is your reading. If it resonated with you, don't forget to like this video. Your affirmation for this reading is, I am redefining my viewpoints on relationships to align with my highest good. And as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.